A lot of the people who come through here, you just really have no idea where they're coming from. Like, there are so many different walks of life and reasons why people end up on the streets. And just sitting down and talking to them, you get to learn so much about how they got here. And so much of it is often out of their control.
A good 90% of these kids are not outside because they ran away from home. And I mean in the aspect of, oh, they didn't want to do chores and they ran away, which is something I hear a lot. Oh, they just didn't want to do what their parents said. That's, and that's really unfair, because the fact of the matter is that these kids, most of these kids, are running from really unsafe situations.
I was in a domestic violence for 5 years. 5 years I couldn't do anything, go anywhere. I was pregnant at the time.
I was shot 4 times, and that really took a big toll on me, and I just kept, and from that day on, I just spiraled down. It was like a ball rolling down the hill.
She just took advantage of me, let me work under the table for almost a year, and then just booted me out with $200.
I got sick, lost my job, lived in my car for a while, and then I didn't have the money to pay for my insurance, so eventually the cops took my car.
I went from just trying to escape family problems to struggling with addiction and homelessness and not being able to afford a life even when I was working.
A lot of these kids don't have anybody that cares about them. They come from broken homes, addiction, just generational destruction and stuff. They don't really have anywhere where they can just be a kid anymore. They're having to grow up super fast, and they show up here and they're not only do they find somebody that cares about them, but it's somebody that will treat them as a kid. You know what I mean? They get treated with respect, but they're allowed to just laugh and have fun again instead of having to do all the things it takes to be alive out on the street.
What I like about Hosea is that, some people can't get a meal every day, and they provide breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I'd be hungry, so, and I really appreciate that too.
They've helped me in a lot of different ways with getting to see my kids again, and they helped me get to a job, they helped me keep my job, they've helped me, throughout the past 3 years, they helped me get into treatment.
It's a place where you really feel like people care about you, and they got your back, and you're understood.
So I can shower here and get clean and get clean clothes and get food, which is really hard when you're on the streets to do.
Some of these people that work here I've known since before they worked here, when they were on the streets too, so it's cool to see them give people like me an opportunity.
From just warm clothes to having somewhere to go every single day and just kind of feel like you're still a part of society.
Goals and hopes for the future is to see more of my friends off the street. What better way to do that than to get myself off the street?
What gives me hope is knowing that it's people that care, and there's people that out there that understand what I'm going through, and people that can very much relate. And also knowing that there are organizations like this out there that are willing to help.
Getting my kids back and continuing my job and getting a spot to be instead of being on the streets.
Future goals and hopes are to find a way to get my own business going, expand on things I think would help my community and people like me in my position.
Well, right after my sobriety and getting into housing and working full-time started, I found out that I was pregnant. So my journey right now is kind of learning how to be a mom and not some little troublemaker.
I hope to have a job at the end of the month, because then I actually can start saving up for a place. So pretty much my long goal is to get off the streets and maybe one day join the staff of Hosea's.
Me personally, I want to be able to die knowing that I've changed somebody's life for the better, and I've made a positive impact.
I'm excited about some of the growth or some of the foundation we've been able to build, and some of the additional services we've been able to provide. Certainly food, clothing, showers, laundry are all very important, but we've got to get to the root issues of why they are struggling so hard. And so excited to do more, to be more intentional about helping these young people work through their barriers and get to a point where they can take care of themselves.